some point of our lives, we believe that we could find a soulmate. And we thought that this person will be perfect, and perfect because they will be able to understand how we felt without us even speaking or expressing about our feelings. They will guess what we needed and all of the stuff, and that will make the relationship so easy because, you know, the things will going to develop as we expected. And this is, of course, completely fake. It is a topic that I have already spoken about. And what we need to understand is that when we build a relationship with somebody else, we need to be open to, you know, some other people's flaws. But there are things that are acceptable and there are other things that are not. And that's why I would like to address a red flag that you shouldn't accept. And as soon as you see it, you should walk away from that person because they are not going to change it. They are actually showing you the true colors since the beginning. And this tends to happen even though you might think that maybe this person is not going to show it at the beginning, they do. It's just sometimes for our expectations, we tend to ignore it. And that's a major mistake many people do. So which is this red flag? When somebody invalidates your emotion, it is something that is very dangerous. And why is that? Because that can not only destroy your self-esteem, but will make you doubt yourself. Especially because the person is never going to give the importance of your feelings, and especially of what they did. So in which situations this can be present? I would like to address two today. And the first one, let's say for example, they did something that made you feel really bad. Let's say Peter is having a relationship with Mary. And Peter started looking at the waitress in front of her. And that made her feel really offended. And then she starts saying to Peter, look Peter, I felt very uncomfortable for the way you looked at the waiter in front of me. He was very blatant about that. But then he just gonna, say, I mean, you're overreacting, it's not of a big deal. Why are you feeling so insecure about that? I wasn't doing anything, I wasn't flirting with her. I was just looking at her. So instead of taking responsibility or even taking into account what she is expressing about what she felt, he will never acknowledge it. Especially because he's feeling or thinking that she's just overreacting. She's being insecure. And if this is something that happens repeatedly, at some point you're gonna even stop speaking up for yourself. And even you're going to stop expressing your emotions because you know that they will never understand them. They will never care. And that's something that it's you cannot allow and never to forgive, because what they're showing is that they don't care about your pain, even if it is something that is really small. They are not willing to not only to listen, but to understand your perspective. What is the other stage where you can see this invalidation? Let's say, with another example, you're having a situationship with somebody, and this person and you set a date for the weekend. Let's say it's Monday, and you say on Friday that you're going to meet up. But then on Tuesday, you don't know anything about this person. Then Wednesday, and nothing. Then you write to this person, and they say that they're really busy. But they never, confirm your plans that you set together for Friday. And you feel really stressed, maybe you feel a little bit angry because they disappear all of a sudden. And at the moment, at the very last moment, they write to you on Friday and they say, let's meet up. And then you go to the place and then you go really upset because of what happened in the week. You were ignored. And then you tell the person, look, I just feel that I don't know what happened to you. I tried to reach out and you were not very available. And during those days, I never knew anything about you, not even a single message, not even a single call. And then this person is going to answer with things like, oh, I was really busy. Why do you always have to ruin this moment? Why do you always have to overreact? You're not happy whenever I am expecting you to be happy. We are already here. And this is another way for them to invalidate your emotions and not taking responsibility of what they did. Instead of perhaps explaining what happened and why didn't they actually, communicate it with you the days before this date, they are going to say things like I'm busy and use a lot of excuses, and of course use this against you, and they're never going to acknowledge how you felt and never going to acknowledge their actions. So they're gonna start saying things like, oh my god, maybe you're gonna cry, or oh, you're just ruining the moment. So we're never are going to be able to have a date in you being able to behave. So the worst part about that is that you're going to start believing that definitely you are the problem, that maybe you're very conflicted and that you need to fight every time you see them. And that's part of what they want you to believe, that they are never the problem. So by not even acknowledging your emotions, they're going to be able to get away with what they want, that is to manipulate you. So this is a major flag that you shouldn't ignore. Pay attention, because this is gonna cause you a lot of pain in the future.